Coincidentally, he actually found the person I think who was responsible for that video.
Oh, really?
And they're going to hear to talk about it tonight. So let's just bring him up. Everybody, Eddie Vedder.
See, it's almost actual size.
It is. I got a big head. It's a tough break.
Dude, thanks for taking the time and coming over here tonight.
So can I tell you what was going through my mind?
What's that?
That evening in Italy, Padova, Italy. I just lost my throat a couple days before. We had to cancel a show in London, which only happened once or twice. You were there for the cancellation?
You were there for the cancellation.
Sorry, dude. Maybe it was you. Did I get the cold from you? Well, I was on lots of meds to get rid of what I had, and steroids to take down the swelling and the whole deal, and I had no appetite. I had only eaten like 2 bowls of soup in 3 days. I was nervous going into the show. It was a pretty big place. And my stomach had that feeling of, you know, when you, like, the bad part of when you take mushrooms or acid and your stomach is empty and it's just very uncomfortable. This is what they tell me.
So you've heard.
So I've heard. And then I look out, and we're getting through the gig pretty good crowd, and then I see this giant Sean Casey out in the crowd. And I thought I was having a hallucinogenic experience, and that it might be my last time on stage, and maybe it was like Scrooge and the ghost of Sean Casey was going to take me through the last few hours of my life. So then I got a light on him, and then I saw that it was this thing. So then the challenge was to be able to send Sean a video back home of an Italian crowd chanting his name, which they got it phonetically. But it was a shocking drug-like experience for me. And ever since, we've carried that head around to every gig we've done since. But you know, Sean, you see him up here, and you know, I gotta say, he does so many good things for his community. The Miracle League Network, and built this incredible ball field for kids with many challenges, and it's full all season. It's a tremendous thing, and as big as he is, he's just as warm. But the other thing is, you know, the interesting thing about Sean is he can tell you a story about like a car accident or a funeral. He'll be like, "So Ed, so I went to this funeral, man, and there was my Aunt Trixie, and she was fucking in the coffin, and she was fucking dead. She was fucking dead. And I went up, and dude, I just went to put flowers on, but then I just thought I'd a little shake her hand, and then all of a sudden, like her fucking hand came off. And like, so I put it on and like tied
good story, right? Nothing like a good story.
Yeah, Case loved it.
I made that one up.
Oh, you made it up?
And speaking of drug-like experiences, you are, as known by everybody, a gigantic Cubs fan. And in 2016, the Cubs won the World Series. You wrote a song about it. You've been a diehard from the beginning to the end, the ups and the downs, all the in-betweens. When that moment happened, we shared a moment, but for you individually, what did that feel like for Eddie Vedder when the Cubs won the World Series? What went through your mind and your heart, and knowing what the Cubs meant to you?
Well, I think it was the same as everybody, and especially everybody who'd been dedicating themselves to that group and that team and those colors and that field and all the players that had worn those colors all through the years. And then there was relief that it actually finally got that last fucking out. And that Chris Bryant didn't slip on the wet grass. And that Anthony Rizzo caught the fucking ball. And then I'm getting chills just thinking about it. But I think for everybody out there who shares the same passion for that particular team, I think that growing up being a fan of the Chicago Cubs, it was a intense and truly remarkable character builder. You know, as we would work on, you know, environmental issues, or trying to get an innocent guy off death row, or, you know, anything that you had to face adversity and you had to go through many setbacks. I think having been a fan of the Chicago Cubs allowed you to stay strong and persevere and never lose hope, and someday have faith that your team would go all the way. And with music, or, you know, particularly using the Cubs as an example, when they finally did that, Joe Madden and Theo and Tom and everybody, you're a part of the team. To have something you're dedicated, you know, to have that devotion kind of pay off in such a huge way, that was just incredible experience.
Yeah. And this man, he not just the Cubs. I know that's your team, and you love the Cubs just like I do. You love baseball. You love the game of baseball. Every time he's at a game, you're keeping score.
I love it.
You got a batting cage in your house. Well, not like in the kitchen. It's not like in the kitchen. Sorry, at the warehouse. At the warehouse. and you just love it. You've done fantasy camps. Before I let you go, where did it start? What does baseball mean to you?
Well, it probably started because my grandpa took me to Wrigley Field. And back in the day, you know, I was trying to do the timeline. Now colored TV existed. However, we did not have a colored TV. And so all the games back in the early 70s, it was all black and white. And so watching these guys, Ron Santo, Jose Cardinal, Billy Williams, Fergie Jenkins, Randy Hundley, Don Kessinger, watching them black and white, Jack Brickhouse announcing black and white. And then the first day, I was about 4.5, 5, came and saw the Pirates play the Cubs. When we came up the bleachers, first you walked through that back bleacher thing in the old days, and you could smell those early, the stench of, what are those white capsules and the piss things?
Oh yeah.
Like the chlorine tablet.
Urinal cakes.
That was the smell that you were, it was like that mixed with like hot dog and warm old style. And then walking up the ramp, and then I could hear the pop of the gloves. And then to come up, and it was a Wizard of Oz moment when to see that field for the first time, and it was the greenest green I ever saw, the whitest white, the Jose Cardinal, the coolest afro. It was that moment. I feel something inside changed, and a fire was lit. And the great thing about Wrigley, and I think Tom and everybody has done such a great job, Crane Kinney, and I still get that feeling when I go back there. It works every time, and I'm grateful that it's still there.
Well, we're grateful to have you here tonight, to come up here.
Can I borrow the band for my set? We got like 15 minutes to practice.
Hey, everybody, I know nobody's going to miss you tonight. They're all going to be over there watching on the home plate stage. Please, everybody, put your hands together for Sean Casey and Eddie Vedder.
Alright guys, man, we're here at the Innings Festival. Probably can't see me because it's so dark, but we're getting ready to see some Eddie Vedder. We just saw some band of horses. You probably saw some of that video. And Eddie should be taking the stage pretty soon.
Isn't it a pity? Oh, some things take so long. do I explain when not too many